Hello everyone, this is RDB-312 Cars and More, and today I'm going to talk about, is the Corvette C8 still my dream car? Is it still my dream car? I love Corvettes. I've been loving Corvettes since I was a kid. Growing up, I had a battery-powered red Corvette. I just thought one of these days I would love to own one, but I don't know. As I'm getting older, I just realized that there are more other car companies I appreciate. But I still love the C8 though, but they're just getting too expensive now, and I just feel like, well, should I look for something else? And well, I decided that I like the Mercedes C63 AMG Coupe better than the Corvette C8 because it's a lot more cheaper now. The Corvette C8 just they just got more expensive, so I decided, you know what, I probably can't afford a Corvette, not right now, but later on in life. So I decided my new dream car is a Mercedes. But this is still one of my favorites. But let's take a look. This is the 1/18 scale of Maisto. Got this at Costco about three years ago. So this one is all opening parts, as you can tell. You got the interior, got the steering wheel. And the one thing I don't like about the Corvette C8 is that center console. That, to me, I never sat in one, but I've seen a bunch of these in real life, in the flesh, but I never sat in one, and I'm just not a fan of that center console with those buttons. It looks too much more like a Star Trek spaceship kind of thing. It's just a little, to me that looks like it's gonna be hard to reach places. But once I see a real Corvette, maybe I'll do a second opinion. But this is the Corvette C8 Z51 package. This one has the higher spoiler. This and again has the has a license plate, Corvette 2020. The exhaust pipes on each side of the car. I like the Z06 way more. I think I mentioned that in my last video. I'm not 100% sure, but I like the Z06 way more because of the 4 exhaust here. It looks even more aggressive. This, yeah, it doesn't look that aggressive in the back, but still a good looking car. You got the frunk, since it's a mid-engine, this can open up. Let me just, So you can see a little bit of engine detail, not quite like an Autowart or actually Autowart is the only one that makes opening parts for Corvettes. So this is a Maisto. This is like a, yeah, still detail for the engine for a $15 car. And then you got a trunk for like some of your Costco stuff, more like San Pellegrino and Perrier's. That's pretty much, you can pretty much fit in that space. And maybe a ham-on. If you don't know what a ham-on is, it's a very expensive ham from Spain. And maybe a bottle of wine as well. So then the has the front headlights, the grille. This car is aggressive, but let me compare it to the GT3 Black Series and see which is more aggressive looking and which is better looking. Just give me one sec. There it is. already did a review about this car, but here are the two cars together. They look both really good together. Which one I had to pick over the other? Well, the GT3 Black Series is $320,000. This is around 90,000. So your best bet, if you're willing to buy one of the two, Corvette wins. But I don't know. I like with these two cars together. It's hard for me to pick because I like them both so much. But I have to think the Mercedes looks more aggressive than the C8 Corvette. But they're both good, and this is what's so hard to judge. But anyway, they both look really good together, but if I had to pick one or the other, I mean, the Corvette is a lot more affordable than this one, but they don't have a model of the Mercedes that I like, which is a slightly cheaper than the C8. So I'm hoping GT Spirit or Top Speed will make the AMG C63 Coupe. It's a two-door car, but has it's two-door car, has 2 seats in the back and 2 seats up front. But they never made a model. The only model they made was a 1/43 scale model, and I don't have that. I'm more of a 1/18th, 1/64th collector. But yeah, I don't know. I think I might have to change my opinion on things. But well, let's compare to GT Spirit to Maisto. Maisto is metal body. This is plastic resin body. And this one has all opening parts. So if you're looking for a 1/18 scale model, and you want, well, I want the one that has all opening parts, Maisto come on. Give me 1 second. Oh, for God's sake. I can't get that open, but believe me, this part does open. It's just doesn't want to open, but it does lift up. So yeah, so it has opening doors and you can close them. That's what the interior looks inside. Yeah, Maisto, not bad for an interior, but compared to like GT Spirit, yeah, a lot more detail, a lot more features to it. But this one is $130. This one at Costco was $15.99. So the prices are a little different, but still good looking models. I'll give the Corvette. Let's talk about the shelf quality. Shelf quality is it's good. I like the paint. The paint's really good. Again, white with black stripes. I kind of like cars with stripes. Looks really good. So I'm going to give this one, this Maisto, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It has really good details for a cheaper car. But if you want the more, there are some people who say, well, Maisto is cheap, but there's some people that really can't afford something like that. So Maisto, you can't knock them off. They're a really good brand. But they have opening parts. If you care about opening parts, then this one's right for you. But if you like solid, this is a resin, full close, so nothing opens on these. See? nothing. But I abused this model though. I broke the mirror off, I broke this piece off, and I broke the wing off. Yeah, and this model is actually going up in value. And I have some, yeah, and I kind of slipped out of my hand and I dropped it and broke that, and broke that little piece there. Yeah, so I abuse this car, which I try not to do because the paint on this is very slippery. You have to have a really good grip or otherwise smash. So this is like a tank. These models are like tanks. I mean, they will break, but you gotta put some good forces on them, but don't do that because they are good looking models, and yeah, don't destroy them. These are easier to customize than the GT3 Black Series. So you can take this all apart and customize, and I've seen people do, and it looks pretty neat. So yeah. So, oh yeah, it does have disc brakes. Again, not much detail, but they do have the Corvette brake caliper. Not much little detail on the brake rotors, but yeah, all in all, good model. Base, not much detail at all. No details at all. Then you got the screws here, here, one there. So you can, like I said, take this model apart and do some serious custom paints and make them even more detailed than they already are. I don't have the patience for that. So yeah, so that is pretty much it. So let me just line these two up perfectly together. Just like that. And like I said, wherever you guys are around the world, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or have a good night. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.